From the days of Theodore Roosevelt all the way to present time, the executive branch of our government and the CIA, coupled with the Department of the Interior, have held Congress over a select elite group of men called the Hunters. They have designations of numbers. Their identities are not even known to one another. These hunters go into the old-growth forests, the rural back roads, and farmlands of this country to eliminate rogue and dangerous cryptids, Dogman, Jersey Devils, Bigfoot, and a vast array of other monsters. They do not harm nor come in contact with the citizenry directly, if at all possible. Their jobs are to kill monsters. The only ones who know the truth of these hunters are the locals that work within the state and national park systems in this nation. The Department of the Interior gives these locals more information than they do park rangers themselves. This is only one of what's called the insiders.
Yeah, this one time I was at the park, and there was this guy, I think he was like a park inspector or something, so he comes through there. Everybody's got to mind the P's and Q's, nobody can cuss, everybody's shirt's got to be tucked in, all that type of bullshit. Well, hey, listen, this guy came to the park, he actually was an okay guy. He used to work for the Department of the Interior, and now he worked for some outside agency making sure that the park people weren't, being crazy and taking the golf carts or the side-by-sides, Papa Willie's over at Ben Beckman's and shit of that nature. So, when this guy came through there, he happened on into one of these hunters, you see. I don't forget what number it is, they got designations of numbers. You know, they always told you their name, they didn't care. There was a name that there was on their birth certificate, too. They were savages, then. But see, there was this one particular, I think his name was, I forget what his name is, and it's irrelevant to this story. But see, this hunter was there while this inspector was coming to him. This inspector was some jolly old white guy, you know what I mean? He's an old Gentile, he's saying, hey, this looks beautiful over here, and we need to do some work on this. And I was just taking down notes to give it to the boss. You know, I didn't really give a shit what he had to say. Well, we followed him around, we listened, and then last time lunchtime came around, we ate a sandwich with him, you know what I mean? I gave him half of my Cuban on rye, and he seemed very, very appreciative of that, you know. He said his wife was just, I felt bad for him, you know what I mean? Like, my best friend's wife died a year before that, so I kind of knew what he was going through in such a way. Well, anyways, this hunter comes over, we all eating lunch, and he brings his little tray over to the wash table like the new kid in school. And he sits down and starts asking the suspect some very pointed questions. Pointed questions about the creatures. It's not using the names. I mean, he's saying hairy, scary, calling them cows, wolves, and shit of that nature. It was very, very strange to me, but I knew he was fishing for something. Well, that's when I looked inside of this inspector's lapel inside of his blazer. And he had a gun. He had a 45 millimeter. I've never known inspectors to carry guns. I was like, okay, well, this one's a little bit different, you know, maybe something's the matter with him. Maybe he's a paranoid schizophrenic since his wife thinking somebody's gonna plug him or something. I don't know. But it made me nervous, you know. And I told Mikey said he'll hit him in the back of the head with a shovel like he does everybody else. I said, no, Mikey, let's let him make it. I think he's just a paranoid schizophrenic or something. He thinks somebody made doing wrong since his wife died. Well, long story short, there was a firefight that night between that hunter from the Department of the Interior and the agency and this inspector. Turns out this inspector was some sort of a British intelligence, MI6, Navy, something. I don't know what he was, but they said he was from England. But, this guy from England, this inspector got clipped in the wing. Turns out that story he told us was a bunch of lies anyways. He got clipped in the wing by this hunter. This hunter was like quick draw away. He was like Doc Holliday, up to right in the wing, kabow. And he brought him in, he was bleeding and stuff. He got him right, he got him in the meat, you know, and maybe he got him pretty good. And he brings him in there and he starts sucking him in the stomach and punching him in the mouth. He's like, where do you come from? Who are you? And it was it was anxious, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was looking through the window. And finally the dude said something about MI6, like James Bond, and in the hunt. I hit him with one good haymaker right across the mouth. Knocked him out. That just goes to show you, these hunters, they act like, they're some sort of pencil pushers and novice hunters and all that kind of stuff, like sportsmen. But they got a little bit of juice behind what they, you know what I mean? I got all the respect in the world for them. I hear that they're getting ready to disband them too. That'd be a shame if that happened.
So I worked at the park in Arkansas. The thing about it is park in Arkansas, it's pretty famous. I won't say which one it is, but I had a cousin. It's actually my cousin's boyfriend. My mama's niece. Her old man came out with me. When she wasn't around, we'd get drunk and chase girls together. One time we were out here in the woods. We were catching something on fire, drinking beer and some whiskey, and I believe it was a couch we were burning. He ended up finding some of these nests, some of these creatures, and he started catching the nests on fire. And I looked at him, I wouldn't even really think about what he was doing, and I didn't connect the two until, the female started barreling out of the woods. She shot out of the woods like a cannonball and proceeded to beating the shit out of it. I forget that old boy's name, Kevin or something like that. She beat the shit out of him. She hit him with one punch, and it looked like a 8 foot, 9 foot tall. It was a female, had breasts, hair covered. I think it was black. It could have been brown, but it was so dark. And she had eyes of red fire, and she came out there and she whooped the fire out of him. Grabbed him up by the head like he was nothing, then chucked him up against a tree. And I took him to the hospital. I had a shot lined up on it, but I wouldn't go kill this damn thing just because of I carried a 38 and may have done a job, may not have, but I'm not going to kill this thing. He's out there setting himself afire and burning these nests. Like, he's from Arkansas too. He should have known better. I don't know what he was. I don't know if he was trying to be funny or cute, but it wasn't cute when he had 2 broke arms, a broke leg, and 8 broke ribs on one side, punctured one. And imagine that phone call. I had to call my mama's niece and my cousin, first cousin, and tell her, like, hey, old boy was out here with me, and had to explain, first of all, why we're burning couches on state property, and while we're out there drunk. And I had to explain burning up these things' nests and had young ones inside. I was fit to be taught. But that just goes to show you, that's why we have folks like us. We know what the hell's going on. He's trying to tell me at the very beginning of it, I don't know nothing about these creatures. I wasn't out there burning up nests, he was.